Someone is still in... What is this? Oh, there's like there's some pancakes displayed there. Oh, what was that service? Okay. Well, in any case, let's go back there. Oh, I don't have... Ah, I do have audio. Right.
Hello.
Hello. I'm
enough people for an online class right now.
maybe. Yeah, I'm in the server by the way already, Chris, so you can join me.
Cool. I will go ahead and join up now. I assume I literally just joined normally. It's been so fucking long since I've done ACC.
Yeah, you joined like a normal driver. Just don't say the password because I'm streaming right now already.
I'm not going to anyway. I'm not that fucking stupid.
Listen, I've been there where like I stream drivers briefings occasionally. I didn't today just in case, and they say the freaking password out.
No, I'm kind of used to, especially the ACC stuff, like hiding passwords and all that sort of shit. So no, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean server names. I don't.
6? Yes.
To be fair, I haven't even started my stream yet. I'll start mine in a minute.
Yeah. Do we want to go in our own voice chat or?
Yes,
Probably
please.
an idea if you want to, just because obviously like cross-contamination of voices.
Yeah. What are you guys racing right now?
They're doing GS.
I mean, that's not particularly too important, but I feel like this is gonna get too chaotic. How many cars are we running there in GES right now?
31.
31.
Yeah, 31 on the track. How many are in this voice channel?
We've got 3 Iris cars and then 1 Maria car.
Okay. Well then.
31 on track, no one DNF'd yet.
Wow. I mean, a 31 car grid is actually kind of impressive for GES. Considering it's GES after all.
Yeah, that's the amazing thing of a cash prize.
Yeah.
Everyone turns into whores.
Right. I think we jump down to the monkey esports. That's gonna be a bit easier.
Fuck off car.
Right, then you can find me down there then, Chris.
Say it again?
I'm jumping down to monkey esports.
Alright, I will.
Perfect.
There we go.
Yeah. They did mention, and you were on the briefing as well, right?
I was, yeah.
Yeah, they did mention. He didn't speak particularly clearly, but I think he mentioned about that people might at random be picked to send in telemetry.
Yes, they said the pole position and one other random person will get picked for telemetry.
Yeah. I've turned right now on the setup the telemetry labs up to 99.
Okay.
Just in case, because usually I run them more off. I don't need telemetry files. So, we just go with this. This sounds fine with me. Okay, my button does work. Yeah, hello, Greg. How are you doing? Hope you're doing fine as well. But yeah, I think...
Not fine. Unless the pass is the same as practice, I cannot find it.
I'm sure it's the same as practice. I know it is. Someone asked it in the text chat. Someone asked for it, and that's where I found it.
I mean, it will tell me if I'm wrong. I also should probably change the livery back to the serious one and not.
Yeah, I just installed the livery pack. I mean, I also had the livery installed already, so...
I'm not going to install them. I'm just going to have our livery because I know that ACC can get really funky when it tries loading liveries.
Yeah, when it has to generate the DDS files, but I think they made sure that that isn't an issue. I mean, I joined and had no lag, and I installed the entire livery set.
I can't be bothered right now anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, the thing is, I've set this up that, like, even if you didn't delete the funny one, you wouldn't get it loaded.
Yeah.
Because we changed the livery folder name.
So it's not.
So this would not actually you wouldn't accidentally load the wrong livery. You would get the purple car still, but like it just wouldn't have any logos on it, which isn't too much of a loss. Because I didn't have that much time to make like something from scratch, and this looked halfway decent already.
There we go.
I just placed a few more Iris logos on the car.
Yeah, there we go. I might as well start my stream while I'm here now. Yeah, I ended up doing a bottom 51 in practice, so paces, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean when I was, I think it was Thursday evening when I was on the practice server to do laps, specifically to just take screenshots. I got also down to like, I mean I think you were watching even me doing those laps.
I was watching towards the end just because I had nothing better to do, so I thought fuck it.
Yeah, and so people were doing 49s then, so it's like...
Yeah, no, the fucking Alpine, like, the Alpines.
There are, when I checked, I mean, you can probably check right now, but I think there are 2 cars that are not an Alpine on this grid right now.
Have a look. There are 2 Porkers and us.
Yes.
So depressing.
Freaking state of GT4.
You'd have thought for an event like this they'd have done a custom bot.
Just to stop the Alpines from completely and utterly running amok.
Just send the Alpines to the shutdown.
I mean, there is next month the WSS are hosting a 12-hour Spa race, and they've already announced multi-class GT4, GT3, and they've announced that they're using obviously LFM BOP for the GT3s, and they're putting 10 kilograms on the Alpine. I'm not sure that's enough to nerf it, but like it's an attempt.
I mean, it's better than nothing, but
An attempt was made. I mean, we actually, Jeff and me raced with those guys in a 6-hour event that had cash prize. And we nearly actually got into P3 to win money with our McLaren, so...
I mean, at least with longer races, you've got shit like incidents and crashes that can bring you up the order even if you're a little off the pace.
Yeah, I mean, our great advantages, well, I didn't make too many mistakes, Jeff got into a few, but like, once... You can't pass this car really as an Alpine. You're just...
Is it kind of the same thing as the Ginetta, where it's just all corner grip and no straight line speed?
Worse, kind of. The Ginetta has a decent amount of punch actually out of corners, but like, although the Alpine tops out at 260, so you have a bit more straight line speed range.
Okay.
The car tops out later.
Because despite having owned the GT4 pack since I got ACC, I've actually until now never touched them.
That's a bit sad.
To be fair, I've never done much league racing on ACC full stop. I did TSRC and I did the SOP mini enduros, but that was it really. And then obviously for the past, until a month ago, for the past 5 months I was stuck in hospital. So.
Yeah. Just driving then. Yeah, I mean, I've probably clocked significantly more hours in GT4s in this game than in GT3s. A lot with the KTM Crossbow, but especially Maserati.
Oh yeah. I mean, I do enjoy, like, this car is not, I don't mind it at all. It does have a tendency to feel like a boat where the rear end just wants to overtake you, but it's not bad at all.
Or the front end doesn't turn in. Yeah, it is very boaty, that's for sure. Its main fun is actually racing it against others, because you can just drive away from people.
You can just be annoying as fuck, yeah.
I mean, I've won on first day a race by being faster than the Ginetta in a straight line. The guy was a second per lap faster than me, but I just held on. for the entire race against them. And the front stretch is gonna be fun for the Alpines against us. If anybody is in our pace range, they just get obliterated there.
I assume there's not really going to be much strategy to this race. It's just going to be pit roughly at halfway mark, and that's it.
Yeah.
Change tyres and refuel.
Yeah. We're gonna need that tire change. This car likes it to eat its tires.
What's the track tempo?
I didn't check really. 28 with 22 air temp.
28, okay. That's quite low. Alright. No idea what to do for pressures then, because all my pressures have been... I mean, I've got a setup saved where I've got pressures for 34-degree track temp, not 28.
Yeah, I just ran the setup like it as is, and the pressures are just about alright, but the pace isn't really there right now. I don't know. I mean, if we can get into the top 20 or top 15, this would be a pretty good result already.
Let's just see what we can do.
The podium is just unobtainium.
Oh no, no, I fucking hope not.
We would have to have a crash like I think it was it Friday evening when there was like it wasn't in local news. There's like on a highway we had like a massive car crash with like 85 cars involved.
Jesus Christ.
Low standing sun with wet asphalt. That's what 17 individual incidents over multiple kilometers. 43 minor injuries, nothing major. That was a lucky part. But yeah, that's... we would need something equivalent to that.
Fucking whole field pilot, yeah. I mean, I didn't come into this expecting any sort of high result, because I mean, this is basically like aliens of aliens, so...
Yeah, it's funny that they're like, oh, this is a community-focused event in the briefing. This is an esports, and I'm like, brother in Christ, what the fuck is this then?
You've got Thomas Morant in here amongst others.
Like, sure, this isn't SRO esports, but like, this is basically lower tier esports. And some of the esports drivers, I'm pretty sure, are also driving in here if they have time. Because why not, frankly?
Watching the Alpine behind under braking, it's insane how much they gain just under braking alone.
Yeah, in part because they're a lot slower heading into the braking zone. I had this on Thursday with the Silverstone race where the Ginetta coming into the loop in Village, that braking zone, he could come from like a car length back and be alongside and ahead of me. Like, there's a car length between my rear bumper and his front bumper when I hit the brakes, and he's alongside when we turn in. And it's not even a dive bomb. Like, he genuinely made this stick. Except that I always forced him on the outside, but that gives him the inside for the next corner. It was a really tough fight. There's a decent chance we're gonna face similar stuff here today. How's the fuel looking? We have about 2.5 liters right now per lap. And also, hey Yuki. But yeah, I think with this car is like you can't really push it towards pace. It's like it will either give you the pace or will not.
Yeah, I know. It's quite easy to overdrive and just lose time.
Yeah.
You've got to be very careful just to keep it within a window, otherwise you just fuck off.
Yeah, it's not a difficult car to drive, and like not a difficult car to actually get pace out of. It's just the skill ceiling is kind of low on this thing. In some ways.
I mean, I found once I got in a rhythm, my lap times never really swayed within out of like a 2/10 window.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them sway a bit more than that at times.
Obviously, I've not done any long runs, like I've not done an entire stint just iOS, so obviously that will drop off towards the end, but...
Yeah, in comparison, I've done obviously multiple enduros with this car. So, I know.
I don't know what I'm expecting, so I don't really... I just needed to do laps to get used to the game again.
Yeah, that's fine. Funny thing is, the last set of screenshots that I sent you, I took them last night, and because I couldn't get the livery to load correctly, I decided to drive them on keyboard. Still got the car positioned well enough that you can pass it off in a screenshot.
I mean, let's be real, you can probably just park it at a corner and just fuck around with motion blur and shit and...
I kept the car moving. I moved it, drove like the outlap and a flyer, and then found the correct camera positions on the replay. I don't know what your point was. I guess you wanted to give me the racing line to turn one. I don't know. It's still weird to give a pit entry this way then. Although I'm not so sure anymore that we can actually like jump them even on the short straights. These guys seem to carry a lot of speed and just seem to like... I mean, again, we're up against aliens and I'm about 3 seconds off the pace. So what are we on about?
The real rate you have is the start-finish. Everywhere else is too...
You can with this car even outrun cars on short runs. This is possible. It is very much possible, even on these like short straightaways from Aqua Minerali up to the chicane. You can, I mean, you can't really go for a pass or something, but like you can put a car length between you and the other car behind. I can genuinely try stuff and they won't get past you easily. Yes, I see your headlights. You could have also backed off and or passed me during this lap, you know. I don't care about either particularly too much.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Too early down. Okay, they're following the server now.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Yellow flag, be careful.
Just saw a flash of blue. What do you mean, Yuki? I don't know what you're referring to. Oh, I'm missing timestamps actually again. Oh my. Replay, right, but we have only 12 minutes to qualify, so... I don't know, I guess I could try and fix YouTube chat not showing timestamps, despite that it should. Timestamps. Right, because this tells me at least how long I have been missing my messages. Okay, it's gotten a lot colder now for qualifying.
Okay.
We're down to 1920. But I guess it probably will go back up for the race. Yeah, there was an Alpine that had came out of the pits that went by. Don't change anything really. 5 up on tires, I think. Compensate against that. We need... Yeah. Practice was run on Saturday at 4 PM. Qualifying is 7 PM now, and race is held Sunday at 5 PM for race start.
So temperature-wise, you're going to be about in the middle of practice and quali then, I assume.
Yeah. I mean, the main thing is with... Like, temperature isn't actually that much lower. It's just the track temp has gone down quite a bit.
Yeah.
In general, the track temp was quite significantly higher always than the air temp for some reason. Also in the practice servers. Hi B-Lip, how are you doing? We're getting our ass beat. Guess we dare to be different. Nah, even if we brought an Alpine, we would get our ass beat.
You can't e-sport hard enough.
I'm some washed up R-Factor 2, former R-Factor 2 driver, but you think I can e-sport? You are falling in German or you're failing in German? B-Lib. Yuki's I was originally the AC drifter. Well, I can't drift just for shit, actually. Funnily enough, you would be probably a better drifter than me. Like, I just can't for some reason, I don't know why. I really struggle with holding an angle and, like, chaining stuff together. It's like, I mean, I can save a car out of freaking any slide, that's not particularly much of a challenge for me, but, like, drifting itself? Nah, I can't do that, actually. Staying in angle intentionally. Like, I can only get it up to a certain degree of angle where it's like beneficial for the rotation to run fast through a corner, and it's like about as far as I can take my drifting. Neutral mix between feminine and masculine. Right, we do have to pay attention. We are not allowed to use escape during this qualifying. So if we have any issues, we have to return to the pits. But I think I brought enough fuel to last the session, hopefully, I guess. Maybe? I don't know. Especially big boats. Have you actually drifted your real life car, or probably not? I can drive each pattern cars. I can drive heavy, fast cars. Not so good with light, aero-dependent cars, I think. I have in Mexico, okay. That seems to be an interesting story behind that. Let's see what we can get on the board here. I'm hoping for sub 51, kind of. Let's see what we can do here. 48, 49, 50. Yep, sub 50. 41. It's kinda quite nice. Oh yeah, we have unlimited tile sets, basically.
I mean, not that it really matters for this race.
Look, I did Trackalicious, where we did Trackalicious after all, where we had only 4 tire sets for the entire weekend, so that this is kind of an important sentence.
Okay, fair enough.
Do qualifying and maybe if you drive out and practice, also practice on a 6-hour race on a 4 tire sets.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. So you have to be constantly reminding, like, hey, don't use the tire sets up unnecessarily.
Kind of just sounds like an incentive just to bin Qualy and not bother.
Yeah, we did that for the last 2 races. We straight up just didn't do Qualy because there was no point. We were anyway competing for last place. Because we didn't have the pace.
Start from the back and keep the tyre wear down.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, even when I last qualified the KL Army, it's like, yeah, I could get within a second of pole time. That still meant P13 out of 20. And like, there was a massive cliff behind me, so it's like, yeah, this is fun. And pointless. Okay, that's too late. I think I'm on brakes. Yeah, I clocked on my first run of 50.6 in.
Yeah, I can see.
And that was me at the time. Haven't been able to touch it since, but I mean, we're only 2.2 seconds right now off pole. It's not too terrible.
Not horrendous. I feel sorry for the poor fucking Porsche that's 5 seconds off.
The other one is in front of us. Actually, not by much. Jesus, how tight the field is around us. I need to put a slightly better lap in, and we can jump a bunch of positions. I mean, I have 2 more attempts. Yeah, fuel-wise I also have 2 more attempts. Although if they expect me to do an in-lap, it's gonna be a bit tight. After Qualy. I mean, I can finish qualifying, but like, if the time was too long on the in-lap, I might not run out of fuel. Although I have half a lap of fuel, that should last for an in-lap.
All they said was escaping on track means you can't go back out again. So.
Yeah, so I mean, it will only become a problem after the Qualy is over. I have fuel enough for till then.
Losing time in sector 1.
I just can't get turn one right anymore.
It's a bit of a pain because you have to sort of compromise the first apex to get the second and third right.
That and the braking of this car. Which leaves it kind of unpredictable if it slows down in time or not. Hello, brakes?
Your lap time is invalidating. Please try to stay on the track. Yellow flag accepted.
However, being I'm alive, I guess, the usual. I need to focus on it quickly.
There's a slow car behind.
Way too sideways. That's cost 3 tenths. That's basically run over. Oh god, we're basically lost again.
We can only go forward, right?
It's like we were so close to the we're like attached to the rest of the field, but like there's a massive cliff behind us for the last 2 people. Like I just couldn't perform anything better right now. The left is like 27 out of I think 30 at this point. People on the surfer.
One car didn't set a lap at all.
Yeah, one into the lap and 2 are actually slower than us. I don't quite know how the
Yellow flag acceptable.
how much slower is what lap time did the Porsche did a 53 then I guess?
2.7 seconds behind, so 53.3. And then the last
just-
of the Alpines did a 51.0.
Slow car ahead.
Yeah, and,
Session is now.
2 tenths off again. Just pain. Session over. Right, fuel safe mode. Because I have like less than a liter right now. But there's also, I think, like sort of a jump between P15 and P19. 19 also is like nearly a second between those. My fuel rating is literally 0 right now.
Perfect.
I mean, the engine is still running, so I guess it's not quite 0.
Magic. It's running off of hopes and dreams.
Do we have any? Okay, now it's actually empty. It's just, I guess, it rounded down. Pole time is a 48.2. There's actually a massive jump between P2 and 3. Like P1 and 2 were like a tenth separated from each other, and then like half a second back the next car.
Yeah.
Oh hey, I know that name, Supanic. That's a familiar name. Oh yeah, we didn't do actually fuel math. And we have only a minute 30 right now. Let's just briefly do some math. We're doing like, what, 50s at best? Restore. 60 minutes divided by memory recall. Okay, it's 33 laps. Times 2.5 or so. Yeah, that's 82.5. I think I'm just gonna take the 86 that I had set up. 86, okay. Now, slice the pressures back off the tires, I guess, and apply pressures for the next extent. Telemetry reading is still on. The championship is B-Loop, but this race is purely GT4s.
Yeah, I know.
B-Lip asked in my chat. so I answered B-Lip.
I was only half listening.
It's fine. I usually try to mute myself, but I just briefly answered that.
No, it's fine. To be fair, my brain only clocked that you said someone else's name after. I was like, oh wait.
I'm actually surrounded by the two Porsche.
Yeah.
Somehow the other Porsche got also pushed back this far. Well, this is such a joke at that point.
Stay single.
Oh, the Alpine next to me didn't make it to the grid.
How did they were on the fucking idiots?
Well, the thing is, if you don't press race in time, you stand on the grid, but you get still teleported back to the pit lane.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
If you don't press race in time. Also, if you have pressed race and you open the pause menu, you get also sent to the pits. Which has happened to me because I wanted to adjust the... What's it called? I wanted to adjust the seating position in a car prior to the race, and... Well, that caught me out. If you open it after the formation lap starts, you're fine, even if... But if you have it open right when the formation lap starts, it will send you to the pit lane. Oh yeah, right, I remember actually from where I know this name, Supanic. Although I'm not sure it's the same Supanic, it might be a different one. But I think I remember him from the SRXP, like last year, one of the seasons of the SRXP Sprint Championship. I was still running the Maserati and he was running a Cayman. Funnily enough, he's driving right now a Cayman as well. He won that championship. Although they did hand me one last win at the end of the season by him colliding with another championship driver of his at Watkins Glen at the start, so I could just drive away. Maserati was so much fun at Watkins Glen.
Going double file.
Right. I'm going double file now. Yeah, so far at the back, we can just sit back and let them all have their fun into turn 1. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need all the luck I can get. Speed limits.
Green light. Go, go, go.
And green. Are we actually gonna be alive for turn 1? We're slowing down, but we seem to still be all alive.
Clear on the left.
Yeah, nothing I can say. Seems all good.
Are you actually on the server?
Clear on the right.
I should be. I mean, I'm on board with it, and that's a different password for spectators than...
You're sure? Because you're listed as offline for me.
I might need to rejoin. Give me a sec, I mean... Yeah, but...
Freaking Alpine hit me there.
Might be that I've joined as just a spectator, so I just need to rejoin quickly.
Got some light damage on the
Fucking hell, I have now 2 hits and nearly 10 seconds worth of damage. They just stopped in the middle of Aqua at the bottom of the hill. I think that's the last thing I fucking needed. So let's see, how are we gonna do in a straight line now? Against all these Alpines. Just setting the first Alpine up for pass.
car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Three wide. All clear. Clear on the left.
Right. 3 Alpines for the first sector.
Okay, there we go.
And yep, you're connected now. Perfect. Good that we sorted this now out
Car on the right.
before we have to hurry during the pit stop cycle.
Right. Clear on the right.
too much curb there. Unfortunately, I'm a bit too far back to make anything happen this time around.
Well done, mate. That's the fastest now.
Sort of keeping touch with the cars in front. Whee, that was late braking. Ah, that Alpine ate a bunch of gravel there. That's not good for him, but I think I'm too far back. Even with... Ah, this might work. We're still 2 car lengths back, but like, we're coming now. Oh, which we're coming. Okay.
Clear on the left.
Okay, we're shoving people off the road then here. I see how it is.
Lots of nibbling going on.
Oh, and you ate a bunch of gravel there. Get fucked. Just get fucked.
Right.
Ha! Karma. And you lost a lot of position. There's a nice battle group in front, but I'm not too sure that I can have the pace to get with them. What happened, Yuki? Well, we've picked up already some damage, and I've passed a bunch of the Alpines because the Alpines. Also, someone tried to push me off the road. Oh, there's a bunch of guys off the road there. Come on, guys, we're not even fighting for anything to win back here. And heck, even you guys on P10 don't find anything to win. You still shove each other off the road. Gravel there.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Let's spice up the field a bit. Yeah, we've gained so far 7 positions or so. I think the Porsche, both Caymans are behind us now. Didn't catch the best start. Battle group in front, like I'm not driving too optimally right now.
Here's a slow car behind.
Bye bye Alpine, have a good time. He's like right behind me heading onto the long straight and it's just like no. Have a nice time.
Bye, have a great time.
Yeah. I mean, he's right back once I head through turn 1, but you know, he doesn't really have a chance into Villeneuve either because I drive again away from him. Yeah, I just seem to lack the edge to get with these guys in front. They're just a smidge too fast for me.
McLaren seems to be dropping off the back of them a lot better.
Yeah, but even him I'm not really catching. Well, the Alpine is starting to... yeah, the Alpine is sniffing me quite a bit. Yeah, they're doing low to mid 50s right now in front. Although if they're going 3 wide, then they're gonna hold each other up a bit. But Morans is the one who profiteers first of this, not me. Okay.
Car on the right.
I don't know how he got such a launch there at Alpine. That's not on my outside.
Clear on the right.
And that's a hit on me, which is good, because that means he lost all his momentum. You can flash me all you want, but I'm not letting you by. I know that hit wasn't intentional, I don't mind the other one. mean, the McLaren is not that wide, but he just...
Car on the
Okay,
right.
try something.
Clear on the right. Car on the left.
Drag race to the next corner.
Clear on the
Like,
left.
you can tell he's getting impatient.
Oh, yeah.
Going for a move in that chicane.
I mean, he did get it actually alongside, which is the more impressive
yeah,
stuff
no.
about.
I'll give him credit that he nearly made it work, but... I guess to be fair, but you've got straight on speed, it's not allowed, so you can try.
I think his best shot really is... Whoa, but that was completely brake miss. Yeah, he completely blew the braking there. Yeah, his best shot would have been Tosa down there. Out of Villeneuve, he can... The straight is too short for me to really get a good speed up on him. So he could actually perhaps make it stick. On the other hand, I don't need to brake that long either for Villeneuve, for Tosa, so the difference isn't too loud there. Although we now have Clayton behind us, who tried to ram me off the road when I tried to pass him on the outside into turn 1. Let's see how that goes. Too much curve there. These guys be really aggro against me too as well. No, they're just aggro against everyone. I don't get it quite. I mean, if you're fighting for like the top 5 or so, I could understand it a bit, but like, you're so far from actually getting into the playoffs. Just, you don't have to try hard back here. Although, I mean, if you don't want to be stuck for the entire race behind McLaren, that might be a consideration. But they're doing it to everyone, not just me as the McLaren driver.
There's no way to do force feedback reset in ACC, is there?
There is, kind of. What is the issue?
Oh no, I shouldn't have an issue, but I've had issues before with driver swaps where my force feedback hasn't turned on. It probably won't happen. Just one of those things where ACC being... ACC,
I know that on an older version of the Thrustmaster driver.
I've got a Moser.
I don't know if that will have issues, but like anyway, I'm gonna tell you about the older version of the Thrustmaster driver because the trick might work with Moser as well. Opening and closing the settings, going into settings. If you the issue was if you're all tabbed, you lose your force feedback for some reason. The solution was you open settings, controls, and then close it back down, and it would magically return.
Right, okay. Well, ACC has an issue with alt tabbing.
Yeah, it is an issue with the older driver, because if you're running a newer Thrustmaster driver, this bug doesn't exist.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah, okay. Just got what it is.
So it's something weird with the driver and ACC not playing quite well with each other.
I might just, like 10 minutes before I'm due to get in, just shut my game off completely and rejoin the game just to be on the safe side.
If you want to.
Yeah, as I said, I shouldn't have an issue, but I'm just paranoid because it's happened before. fine when I was practicing earlier.
So yeah, it should probably be fine. But yeah, I've very much amassed an Alpine train behind me.
I was gonna say, I just noticed that we've got like fucking 5 cars behind us. No, 4.
Yeah, I mean, the fun part is my tires are probably gonna stop dropping off at some point in the near future. So this is not gonna get better for these guys. But
Is
it's
the
not,
Alpine better on tyres as well?
usually. I mean, I have seen people in the past struggle with the car running out of tires, even against the Maserati faster. But that was prior to 1.9. The McLaren really eats its tires, kind of. I've seen it multiple times just drop pace pretty significantly for races. Like over half an hour, you start noticing it a bit. Pace to go down. Maybe it's also just the tension span. This car, as you said, wants to be kept in its small window. Yeah, this is what I thought with the previous one that... Okay, how about that? That this would be an opportunity place for attempting something. No, you're not squeezing me in here. The problem is, as long as I have the outside line, I still can carry a decent amount of speed up the hill. Well, there's a 15-second penalty for one of the cars in front of us. You were so far back, that's not gonna work this lap. And he still went for a lunge despite being so utterly out of it. Fuck.
Car on the left.
Oh, yeah, we were shoving people off the road here, I see. 3 positions lost. I think I can only regain my 1.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
safe to say it's getting feisty.
He dipped his wheel there, but I don't think I have enough of a run there.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, I'd oversteer. I think I'm gonna be able to stick close enough to make a pass next lap. Holy the speed. I don't even know if the Alpine actually tops out on the straight. I know it does at Paul Ricard for like 300 meters before the braking zone. I mean, we stay 5th gear actually, we don't even shift up to 6th. It's not needed. McLaren speed and power. Yeah. How fast do we actually get on the straightaway? What if the slam on the works? Yeah, the guy in front is just completely escaping now.
Falling behind in the car in front in sector 3.
240, 250.
253.
Yeah. So the Alpine has a bit more to give. But it's just he doesn't reach the top speed as fast as we do. And if they're running any rear wing, they would incredibly suffer. Because our setup runs minimum wing. Just to maximize everything we can get out of this thing.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, we're only about half an hour into this race and it's been relatively exciting. I thought we would have so drowned if we actually brought the Maserati. Like, even me, I'm probably like a second per lap slower with that car. I'm not even sure if I've gotten it sub 53 on this circuit.
Christ.
There was a time when that thing was competitive. Oh. It's like 1.9 hit, the car got like lost a second and every other car gained like 2 seconds nearly. Especially the Alpine. half the
Car
wheel.
on the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, the pace keeps falling off right now.
Losing down to the car in front in sector 3.
What is the track in air temp right now?
I'll have a look. 21 air, 25 track.
No wonder my tire pressure is starting to drop a bit. Pressures, yeah. Is that the correct word? Fuel is looking about 28 minutes of fuel remaining right now, 15 laps. I did not put anywhere excessive fuel in this car, but it will get us to the hour mark. I think somebody just headed off into the wall there behind us.
The guys behind the behind Yi had it coming together, I think.
Yeah, it looked like that.
I think that was a bit too hard of a send and they punted.
I mean, it wasn't the corner exit that they actually crashed into each other, as far as I could tell, because the car speared off into the wall on the exit. But the rear view mirror in this car is relatively small, so I can't tell that well. Have there been so far any retirements in this race?
I don't think so. Apart from the one that didn't grid up in the first place. We're down to 29 people in the server, but I think one of them was just that car that decided they couldn't be bothered on the start.
I guess. Okay. Not my best run through there. I have a sort of a feeling Yi behind me has kind of like just settled into let's see if he throws it off again. And until then he just waits. Change behind us. I mean, sure, you can attempt to pass me into this corner here. I will just pass you down straight away. It's... Now I look... We're gonna send... P23 is a bit back behind us, right?
Yes, they're about 10 seconds behind.
Okay. There
They've
will
got their own little train they formed, although I have a feeling the car that was responsible for it has been overtaken, so...
Yeah, that's a great.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Because we have a few more laps before the pit stops come up.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
What did you think is gonna happen?
Clear on the left.
It's like, what did you think?
I'll keep trying.
It's like, sure, try it like the chicane maybe. You might still run away from me when you have full run for the 2 corners down there. No, that just wasn't it, Chief. How's it going, Jordan? Well, we're sitting P19. It's kind of going...
Distant.
We're bullying some Alpines.
What else are we gonna fucking bully? It's all there is.
Well, there's 2 Caymans. There's still 2 Caymans. And yeah, that guy thought that he could take me in the final corner and, like, not immediately suffer the fucking consequences of his own actions. Well, yeah, this is SimGrid VCO, which is like,
Car on the left.
you take the sweat lords from... Okay, he's straight up ran me off.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Like, just go fuck yourself, seriously. Runs me off, and I still repass him. No, you're not thinking about making a pass into freaking Villeneuve. Ah, he ate gravel.
It's going to be a fucking...
Car on the left.
It's
Clear
just
on the
going to
left.
get progressively more and more desperate.
Yeah, he's absolutely losing his mind. But he's utterly throwing the kitchen sink at us right on it. I was like, my brother in Christ, just try passing into toast someone you actually just follow me for a lap. It's relatively
Rather than
easy
fuck
then.
around and finding out who's increasing.
I mean, I'm still struggling right now, so it's a bit not helping. At least he's not at my bumper this lap. Let's see what he does here into this corner again. If he's gonna do another send from like miles back. Oh, yeah, we're relatively early this time around.
And you've got 3 cars all visible on your radar.
Yeah, the P293 is closed up to 5 seconds now.
deal with this.
I mean, the only advantage is they probably will jump us in the pit stop.
Yeah, but then I don't want to deal with it, but I also do at the same time. It's a chance of position.
Yeah.
I don't just want to be overtaken and watch them depressingly disappear off into the distance.
Oh fuck, that was too fast. Oh, but here was also fast.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I think I lost that position now. These cars just are super glued to the ground, those are Alpines. But if I can put him under pressure so he has to run tighter lines, it's a bit slow. And I can stay within like 3 or 4 tenths, I can get him back on the straight. Or earlier, because he fucks the corner up completely and finds out.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Like, he got the biggest golden opportunity and he threw it away. And I got Yi back behind me, which is a bit more comfortable. Except if he's lost his mind in the meantime. And Lukas and Chris will leave. Lifted off the brake a bit too much. I mean, the only good thing for Moffat is that he is gonna be out of the car in 10 minutes or so. And as said, it's like if they have like a single lap of clear, they'll probably jump us immediately. It's even if we don't screw up the pit stop. Even on cold tires for the undercut. But right now the window is not open yet for that. It takes another 5 minutes, then they can start coming in to finish the race off. Because we have a 65-minute stint timer. 90 minutes per driver. Oh, one of the Alpines behind got a drive through.
Bonus.
Probably. I didn't see anything pop up that someone got a penalty as unposted yet.
No, it was the drive-through for truck limits.
Yeah. I've so far not collected a single cut. I think I haven't even invalidated a lap.
Sometimes the car in front in second 2. Car on the left. Clear on the left. There's some light damage on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Ah, this contact. Been too blind.
Moffat did a fucking wheatley.
Yeah. Saw that. Yeah, we're coming up to the pit window opening.
Yeah.
So I'm going already the pit stop probably for you. No, we're not changing brakes, we're changing drivers. We're gonna probably wanna go up on the tire pressures. One, two, three, 4, 5. Because I'm just dipping below 26 now. Yes, we're at the end of the stints, the tire pressures are usually lower then.
Yeah.
But I think if you didn't put as much heat into your tires as me and the temperatures keep dropping, I think this makes sense.
Stint is ending soon. Keep your head down.
Right now we just need the fuel numbers. If your calculator says about adding 77 liters to get to the end. Right, so 2 laps extra. Like, let's just take 85, I think. It should be enough to get to the end.
There's no point really risking it.
Yeah, that's not gonna make enough of a difference. Has some of the battle group behind us gone already into pits? No, I'm not sure. Moffat is not coming in.
Header pitting.
Yeah, because now you could have already last lap come in technically, because with standing time till you exit the pits you should be within again, but then it's if the timer expires and the race leader has still not finished, and neither have you, that still counts on your stint timer, so I guess you shouldn't gamble it either. Technically this is the safe lap now, so...
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to make the first move in that sense. We have everything ready to follow them in the following lap. I'm not gonna give them clear. Now, Moffat has decided to come in. Okay. Should we respond next lap?
Up to you. If you feel like it's going to be best for us, then sure. I'm happy to go with whatever you suggest.
Yeah, I think we should respond probably. On the other hand, the question is if the others will also come in. Because we might be trying to cover Moffat off when he's already passed us and then end up losing the position to other people. Because they were left out alone. Tough decisions. Now the guy probably behind me will do the opposite of what I do this lap.
I feel like it's going to be a case of no matter what we do, we're going to lose at least one position.
Yeah. I think we go one more lap. Which should ensure that Yi comes in now. And I have also only one more lap, a few remaining. So we can't play this game for much longer either. Yeah, he's coming in. Expected.
Fuel running low, prepare for box. We are halfway through, not over yet. We are still descending, box this lap.
And we've just about carried the car over the hour mark now. Okay, coming in now.
Yep.
85 liters. Fresh tire sets. I wasn't sure if the pit limiter engaged, but like it did. Luckily it did. Good. Lap on the jacks. Okay. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You need to ignite the car.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. I've done enough ACC that I know about the ignition.
Well, the ignition is on, but like you need to press the starter.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what I can do. Probably not a lot, but...
I just some people coming right now. Yeah, there goes one of the guys that we were fighting, but I think Moffat is not one of them. Not sure. Don't think one of those liveries is it. I think we lost one position out of this cycle.
Yeah, we lost one.
Yeah, and that's the red purplish car that is now quite a few car lengths I think ahead of us. Actually, the car in between us that came by, that's a lap car. Just as information, that's a lap car. The
Yeah,
Porsche is 2.3 seconds behind us. I'm not sure if they've done their pit stop yet. Because it would be weird for them to have jumped this far. Probably they haven't.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the lap car. Car behind you though is... Well, at least you have a few laps to get acquainted with the car before hell descends upon you. Keep on input. Okay, let's see where... I didn't want this outline. Although they're driving with a different driver on that car because the Porsche has definitely started with Sepanic. Maybe they pitted early or something? And yeah, that car definitely started with the panic, so they must have done at least one stop to swap the driver out. If they have to do another stop is the other question. Yeah, Moffat dropped back to P26. They might have done like damage repairs or something. That's quite a lot of time. Loud clacking. But yeah, these are... the camera is not doing a particularly great job. The color accuracy is terrible, the resolution is terrible, and like I use some OBS filters to like make it passable. Right. It actually is not terrible in my opinion, but like if you need to identify what colors socks are, yeah, this is not particularly good. It's just right. But I'm gonna now dig through what happened to the Porsche of Sepanic. Yeah, the Porsche is racing us for position. They pitted the same lap as us. I don't quite know how they still closed up this much of a gap. They must have been like 10 or so seconds back, I think. Close to that number. But they were a lot closer than I actually thought they were, and I mean, maybe they didn't change tires in the pit stop, which would, I think, on a driver swap save you 5 seconds or so. I don't know. Actually, no, it doesn't. Driver swap is fixed to 30 seconds, if I remember correctly. Or is it 25? I know fixed refueling is 25 seconds. In case we know they have a different driver in, so they're going to the end as well. But Cayman is not particularly fast in a straight line either. It's, I think, better than on Alpine, maybe? Not by much, probably. On the other hand, Machin seems to be also a name that says something to me, which also means he's probably really fucking quick. Oh, have a nice day. How are you doing? I'm done with my driving part. Chris is now driving the second half of the race. 50 minutes to go. He's under pressure by one of the 2 other non-Alpines in this race. I passed Supanik's, well, now it's Machin driving it. Came in early on in the race on the first lap. Didn't see them for the entire stint, but apparently they were only like 5 to 10 seconds behind us when we came into the pits. And yeah, they were really fast on their pit stop and have been since then, really closely fighting Chris. I'm doing fine as well. I mean, we're getting our ass kicked obviously by the entire field of Alpines. If you could like see what I see now on the in-game leaderboard here, it's like Alpine. Top 19 are just Alpine. Then it's Chris and me with our McLaren, and then Machin with the first of the Caymans, and then it's another set of Alpines, and then P28 is Phelan in the other Cayman. We have a lot of straight line speed. I was having a lot of great battles with bullying the Alpines. It's not really battling, I bullied them. Like, they passed me into the final 2 corners, and I just went like, yeah, what did you it just went past them again. Like, they even tried to push me off the road, and I lost 2 positions before entering that final straight, and it still passed both of them before the break. So it's like, we could just bully them completely. Problem is, they're really fast around the rest of the lap, so we lost with the pit stop 1 position to Spangler, I think it is. Driving it here. They were able to leverage themselves past us, but that's fine. Happens. So we're now with Chris here. Oh, Alpine. Not Alpine, sorry. Got to test already Alpines, it's missing Marine up. I'm pretty sure the time of day is not right there, but I think that's because Windows, yeah. Because I'm dual booting Linux these days. And for some reason Windows stores the time in the motherboard clock in UTC, while Windows stores it in your current in your local time zone. So Windows gets every time it starts up confused, and you have to manually sync the time. Well, Linux just like, oh, the time is wrong. Oh, hell, we already fixed that before you even noticed. We should unmute in case Chris has something to say. Yeah, this means it's 16. Yeah, we're not actually. We should be down to about 5 p.m. How low slung the McLaren is, even from the perspective. I mean, if you ride with the Cayman, it looks significantly lower than it. The only advantage is you will still draw away massively from him. Let's see. Cayman with slipstream on you reaches 247 to 48 at the end. I mean, as long as you don't get track limits, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's what's irritating me. The McLaren has quite large parts of the road car dash in it, so it has an odometer and a journey measurement, and that has just gone this lap over 200 kilometers.
Oh, okay.
Wait, blue flag?
Yeah, leader.
Oh, okay.
Got rear-ended by guy behind.
Okay. Second place is now 6 seconds behind. I mean, at least it took them over an hour to lap us.
Yeah.
Our issue is that we're so fast in the straight line that we can't let them pass us in straights. We have to let them go in corners. This has become now a three-way fight and might become soon a four-way. There's another Alpine that's slowly catching up. Although they're not like catching that fast up. We're talking about a few tenths every lap. But be careful with the track limits out there.
Yeah, I didn't intentionally do that. It's fine. We didn't get pinged.
Yeah, but it's like it's a mile and a half where you were there. Objects in the mirror may appear further closer than they actually, well, further away than they actually are. Objects in your mirror. Inside, clear. Yeah, that Alpine peeked his nose in briefly. I think Machin wants to let the Alpine go and try to fight UPI. Right, P2 is now catching up to your pack. Jesus, how the Alpine is glued to your back right now. Attempting the outside. Our race leader is now by the Cayman. So he's right behind you now. Not the race leader, but the lead lap car, you get what I mean. But first fight the guy. You clip.
Too much curb.
Probably a good. Wait, I was mistaken. Just continue.
Yeah, no, the P2's still behind the other guy.
Yeah, I nearly mistook them. That was the problem. Just go for the run. Don't care about the race leader right now, I know, but like we need to gain the position back. If you have to pass on the other side, pass on the other side. Gonna clear him before the braking zone anyway. And I think he will now relent to the traffic. Yeah, he gives up.
No, I've got to try and find a good place to let him through.
I'm in Tosa, but then again, that's also gonna be an opening for the car behind. He's nearly pushing him. Like, just use Tosa now. I think it's the best option.
Here. Oh yeah.
He's following. You need to stick it with it.
I just don't have the grip.
Good tried. Seems that guy who's not up in front is really quick. I mean, he's putting pressure on P2 right now. Let's see. Not sure you're gonna get that Cayman, but like, so much freaking close in.
And he made a small error, not enough for me to.
You will have a closer now, significantly closer. Keep pushing. You might get him this time.
It's just that exit.
Well, you're already losing mid corner. That's deep from him, that's deep. Punish him into Villeneuve. He's probably gonna go defensive.
So shit through that corner. It's like the one corner of the track I can't get right at the moment.
Yeah, okay. Just over half an hour to go. Under half an hour to go. Might be able to drop 2 positions, but we're back up to P21. Someone must have retired. Yeah, P3, 4 and 5, and 6 actually as well. All of them are within 10 seconds and another like 6 or 7 seconds behind you. That's the first one of them. That's a bit of, they're not really battling, they have enough gaps between each other, but still they're like relatively tight with each other. Alpine behind you seems to struggle to put pressure onto you. That pedal has a nice clunk click. It's satisfying. Yeah, Yuki. Chris is driving on a Moser wheel, so they have really like aggressive clack.
I can put dampening pads on it if I wanted to, but
You haven't gotten a noise complaint yet.
well, my only neighbour is my housemate. And I mean, he's fucking louder than I am, so. Ooh, shit. That was not good. Oh, okay.
Just go for the pass.
I'll get him on the straight.
I'm watching right now the P3 closing in. He's struggling to get by the Pfeiffer behind you. But he has also P4 closing on him, and that's the decision point between getting into the championship and getting out of it. So those two will fight to the death if P4 gets any closer to P3. But now finally P3 got by that Pfeiffer guy. Isn't TGT this weekend? Yeah, Track EU GT Championship is this week at Valencia. Also, the Track EU GT4 is on Sunday. Just a reminder, we're going to Watkins Glen and it's likely going to be wet there. That's you now have P3 behind you.
Yeah.
Sunday is long. Yeah, it's not great. So.
We're fine.
I was watching from the swing man of the P3, so I saw how close that got.
looked was calculated.
The risk I took was calculated, but man, am I bad at math. Alright, you have P4 now. P5 is slightly separated. Okay, P4 is now behind you. He sure is that we would fly by him if we let him by in the corners down here. Okay, do whatever you want.
Well, it's either that or the straight.
Yeah, the issue is that you might repass him on the straightaway by accident.
Actually, no, we're not close enough.
Yeah, luckily. There's that. Let's now Pfeiffer back in the battle. So we have 2 Alpines now behind for position. P5 is a bit further back. He has to still make up like 4 seconds before he gets to you. P6 is then another 3 behind, and then P7 is like, what did I see, like 20 seconds behind? Well, I don't think P7 actually will reach us. So we just have 2 more. Okay then, Greg, prepare for Valencia, I guess. I mean, how long do you have till then? If the race server goes live in... I'm gonna time it wrong here, but like, is it... It's... in about 2.5 hours? Wow. He's inside. Yeah, I mean, my time is on my computer wrong right now. Like, race server goes live 19:30. We have it currently just before 17. Yeah, that's 2.5 hours, right? It takes me time to get back to my classic pace. Okay, to get back up to pace, it takes you a bit. I see. Well, that's fair. Good luck, I say. How have you so far enjoyed Valencia in practice? Keep it in there. Careful, 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 careful.
Yeah, I know. It's fine.
Yeah, you nearly merged into him. Yeah, I think that's 2 positions lost.
Yeah, my bad.
That's fine. That's also a position, by the way.
Yeah. It's like you're fucking sitting duck under braking. It's depressing.
Yeah, there's P6, like, not particularly happy about the situation, but like he has to just wait now because we're gonna pass Hatche again. Goodbye. That's P6 again. Are you lifting off right now to let him by, or did he have such momentum that he could pass you in the straight there?
No, I was lifting.
Okay, I see.
Oh, okay. Really?
I think he's returned the position.
I was gonna say. That's what I fucking thought. Can't be doing that now.
I can do 1:33.1 every time, but it takes me like 50 laps to get there. I like the great flow, not many overtaking spots there. Yeah, I mean, it's... I mean, I don't know what 150... I think I did a race there with GT3s when I drove the Bentley. I think we were doing 32s probably or something. Don't remember anymore. It's been a bit. Yeah, there's not much overtaking spots with like how turn 1 is laid out. But I mean, you can really abuse track limits. At least that's a positive or negative depending on it. At least they don't like track cuts there constantly. But you can avoid constantly connecting them there. So it's slow down very like, I don't think it's that slow, if I remember correctly. But like, I'm terrible with remembering things, so it's kind of the issue. Yeah, I'm not too sure if I completely like the flow of the track. I did like a 4-hour race with the KTM there, and it's like, it's okay, I guess. Like, I've seen worse. Like, I don't think it's... I mean, yeah, there's actually decent flow with the crossbow, and that, after you finish turn 2, this like S section of like I think it's turn 4 or 5. Yeah, that's quite fun. I have no clue what's happening in front of us right now. I think the lead lap cars got together or something. Something inside. You got too much curb? Nice.
I should have set my fan up before this race. Sweating fucking buckets.
How warm is it?
Don't know.
And, October has been the first half very hot, but like then suddenly within like 3 days the temperature changed from like 30 degrees outside to like 5.
I know yesterday was quite warm, but it was also sunny. Doesn't help that our house holds heat quite well.
Yeah, it's the usual thing. I probably sweated quite a bit in Iceland, but that's more due to pressure.
Doesn't help that I run my force feedback very high.
Yeah. Which of the Moser wheels do you have?
I've got the R9 and then the FSRM.
I see. Because I had the opportunity to drive a bit on, I think it's the R5 base.
Yeah.
And it's like, I wouldn't say it's too different to my,
Thrustmaster's a similar output. It's like 4 Newton meters for the one you've got.
Yeah, it's relatively similar. Once I turn it a bit down so it doesn't clip constantly. Although on the other hand, sorry.
That's alright. No, it's not you. It's just a note I've made.
Yeah, well, didn't want to follow the other word. But yeah, the...
oh fuck. Curbed.
Yeah, get out of there, because... I mean, we have a bit of a gap to the next car. Careful, there's cars coming.
Not my finest drive.
Look, I'm coming from the Track Illustrious Championship where, yeah, unfortunately my teammates were not quite up to the skill level that that championship demanded. And consider that you're here up against people who are like all the way faster than us, probably, in that.
Yeah.
You're doing a really good job. Frankly.
I mean, I'm not happy with how I'm doing, but hopefully if I do any more races here, it'll be better. It's just ACC's so fucking foreign to me at the moment. I've only got like 90 hours in it.
Yeah, and this car is, as we've discussed earlier, a bit strange in general. Should have perhaps considered that Jeanette had both been probably a bit more competitive and also a bit more normal as a car. Thought this is a bit boaty. Right, Carbine now for position again.
Yep.
I think it's
Trying to at least hold on to 23rd.
yeah. I mean, I would
My
have.
lap times are okay, it's just that curb mistake is annoying as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, what was I gonna say? Yeah. I mean, I would have liked to finish in front of the Caymans, but like, it's what it is. What it is. We're not gonna finish as the fastest non-Alpine. We just missed out on getting into the top 20, but I mean, I didn't even get particularly deep into it. But hey, that was how track collisions oftentimes went. We were banished to the back of the field, and anybody who dropped past us basically decided to retire at that point. Well, it was at least the last like 3 races for us in that championship. And it's still a miracle that we somehow qualified for this thing from that performance. But yeah, aren't you actually signed up with Loic for the VGTR?
Yeah.
I think it starts next week, I think. First race is. After they've rescheduled, yeah. I mean, their reschedule is a bit weird because they... I think they kept where the 12-hour race is the same date, but they swapped a couple other rounds around to move it backwards. It's a bit weird, because previously the 12-hour I think was the last one of it. I really need to update that calendar I put out. There's like events on there that don't even exist anymore. I would have liked to do the that Lightspeed event next weekend with like one of the other big guys. But unfortunately that Porsche Cup race got scrapped at some point this week.
Yeah. And obviously, because I know a while ago you were mentioning how it's really annoying to find teammates. If you're happy enough with me, then give me a shout.
Yeah. I just need to remember to send direct messages, I guess.
Even if you just ping me in Iris and just say, hey, do you want to drive? I'm very unless I'm actually busy, which
Yeah.
I'm never busy. I just want to race, so...
Yeah, that's nice.
I actually did that corner properly. What a fucking miracle.
Oh yeah, Greg, you're probably gone at this point, but like, yeah, I'm doing Spa 3 hours later tonight. I was just busy talking with him. So yeah, that's gonna be that. We'll Spa 3 hours at like 3 in the morning, I think it is. I have to check the event times again. But yeah, that's gonna be something fun. Oh yeah, the guy's closing in on us quite fast. How long is left? Oh, we only have 2 minutes remaining. I thought it would be longer.
Has it been that painful?
No, I thought we genuinely would have like at least like 15 minutes or so at the time or still. I guess the time flies a bit. So, where's the race lead again? We figured that out.
Leaders on final lap now.
Well, I guess that answers the question. Yeah, those are the guys that I hit on the first lap into the back. Well, now behind you. I mean, it would be reasonable at that point to leave. You know, forget to answer, but thanks for staying around. It's just how fast these Alpines can run these corners.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them to turn one.
Try.
Give it a try.
Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Ooh.
I tried.
Yeah, but stay on them.
Alright.
He was closing in pretty fast on you.
Yeah.
It's just last stab in the back for our race here. Just making sure it is really properly dead. We went from P27 to P24, yay! I mean, considering that this was probably the best combination this car could get. Boy. I make terrible car decisions, but man, I make terrible car decisions. Although,
Well, I mean, we finished.
yeah. And only one lap down. Yeah. It is what it is. How much fuel do you have left?
8.9 litres.
Yeah.
So
bet-
we overfueled by 3 laps.
Yeah, I mean, I put like, as I said, I think I put 85 in, and my fuel calculator predicted you needed like, that I would need 77 to add it to finish the race. So, that calculation seems to have been spot on. And it doesn't really take into account like extra laps and stuff.
I assume there's no rules on in-laps or anything.
I don't know. I mean, what does it matter? We're anyway not competing in the main championship, so
That's true.
it's like as long as we don't do a grave offense that gets us banned from them, it's whatever.
Just go on a mad rampage and ram everyone.
Yeah, they would probably have issues with that, but like otherwise they don't give a shit at that point. But yeah, have you driven this? You've probably driven the 720S.
I think I've driven it before. Not in an actual race, but I've hot lapped and shit.
Yeah, in preparation for the VGTR, because yeah, it drives quite a bit different from this 570S. Like vastly different. Right.
Oh. I guess thank you for at least letting me drive with you, even. My performance was to be desired.
I mean, you didn't do that much worse than me. Like, I don't know if the drivers in the second stint were better. I'm pretty sure the Cayman driver was better.
Let's have a look.
I mean, you weren't lapping probably that much slower. You were.
They were doing low 51s, like very bottom 51s.
Yeah, at times the people that I was fighting were doing going into the 50s, so it's.
Okay, so that Alpine was in the 50s. That Alpine was in the 50s. Oh wow, that Alpine was in the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, apart from that Cayman, everyone else ahead of us were in their 50s.
Yeah. No, they frankly got there just through sheer consistency. But yeah, you were now I've remembered what I wanted to ask you. Like, you probably felt the tires drop off there at the end of the race.
Kinda. I don't know. I mean, when I wasn't making mistakes, my laps at the end, I was doing very low 52s, high 51s.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, bottom 52s at the end, fairly consistently. So there was a bit of drop off, but I don't think I noticed it as much because I took a few laps to get up to speed when the tires were at their optimal.
yeah. Funny thing is that Moffat's car still finished behind us.
Yeah.
Despite all he did, he didn't get
other
past.
Porsche actually get any like half decent laps because they were in practice really off the pace, and they did a 52.9.
Yeah, they were a few laps down. They lost 2 laps to us.
I mean, if we felt like we were out of fucking place in this race, they must have felt like they were like fish fucking suffocating on land.
Fish completely fresh out of water, yeah. 4 Alpines seem to have retired. Like, one didn't take the start, as you said, and then the other 3 seemingly retired.
Yeah.
Right.
I can quit out of that now.
I can exit as well. The fun part is for me, I'm gonna have another 2 races with this car this weekend.
Is it again going to be against the curb stomp of Alpines though?
Not really. Kinda. I'm gonna finish the Pan Am Championship off on this night. It's a 3-hour race at Spa, and that's gonna be up against a pretty fast Mercedes. So I've won all races this season. The championship is already wrapped up, but like I want to obviously see what I can do there. And then on Sunday it is Track EU's GT4 Cup, where the first round at Donington. Yeah, the Alpines were running away at the front, and there were a couple of Alpines running away at the front, and then also Ginetta. I think I finished 3rd, but that was in part because one of the Alpines died in the race. So
Gloves can come off.
already taken them off.
There we go. It's always a bitch to take my gloves off because my right hand is completely crippled, so I have to wrap it around. There we go.
Completely crippled?
Yeah. It is basically a claw because of my arthritis.
Yikes.
My pretty much the 3 leftmost left side finger, or no, right side fingers, so away from the thumb, all the tendons are completely dead. So if you imagine like a Lego hand, that's how my hand is permanently, apart from my index and my thumb, which are fine. And then my wrists as well are screwed. But it's all good. I cope.
Well, that's what you do. There's not much you can do at that point.
But yeah, the only real nuisance of it is slight reduced mobility, and the fact that putting on gloves on the hand is always annoying, because I essentially have to sort of like wrap it around and put each finger in manually. I can't just slide it on.
Yeah. I mean, putting on gloves with 2 functioning hands can be quite difficult already. Especially if you try to put the wrong one on the wrong side. Roll the new game.
So what have we? So next week potentially we've got SOP and VGTR.
Yeah, we have to see if SP. I mean, we got up to like 2nd place on the waiting list, something like that.
I can have a look.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, nothing too. Teams.
But it says they're at 18 out of 16, so that's 2 on the reserve list.
Yeah, that means. Yeah, actually, we are on the last spot that is reserve.
So we just have to hope one other person pulls out.
Yeah, but if one team pulls out, we're in.
Although are we gonna stand a chance there? Is there any? It's probably not gonna be any names I recognise in silver. Yeah, there's nobody I recognise in silver. But I'm not all too familiar with ACC drivers.
Yeah, I mean, even I don't recognize quite people. I mean, SOP is usually very fast already.
Yeah, I mean, I've done some SOP stuff before.
I mean, the SimGrid rating does give a half an idea of like the skill level, but it's also like kind of misleading at times.
Well, I feel like iRacing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can sort of just gain by being consistent and not necessarily quick.
It's the SimGrid rating is a bit weird, but it's maybe because I was using SimGrid prior to them introducing the rating, and they like used my past races to give me a rating, and since then it hasn't really changed at all. Like I gained like I think 1,000. Not 1,000. I've gained like 100 over like I don't know 20 races nearly. It's like there's just barely any movement. It's irrelevant if I'm clapping people completely with the in the McLaren championships, in GT4 championships that I've entered, or if I'm getting clapped in track collisions. It's didn't make much of a difference. And there's like I'm sitting at like 3.3k, and like there's at times people who are like with 2.3 or something, and they just completely obliterate you. And then you have people. I mean, I haven't really seen people like with like 3.5 plus like really come down and crush people too much. That hasn't happened. Not crush them. I've seen them crush people, but like I've not seen them underperform too much. It's strange. I can't quite wrap myself around. But yeah, I mean the pros. The chances that there's some teams that obviously have drivers that haven't done much on SimGrid, so that's lowering the rating of their team. Whatever. We're gonna find out anyway by I think Thursday it is when they said they would lock the lineups, so I guess they would probably also lock who's gonna race or who's not. So,
I mean, I'm hoping that we make it on because
yeah,
I've yet to do a 24 on ACC, so it'd be fun to see what that's like.
Yeah, it would be interesting. I mean, especially with a bit of multi-class in between. Although we probably want to look into our McLaren setup because last time we've raced there with what was it? Tracklicious. Like the car had pace, especially in qualifying, but like the tires just kinda died.
I mean, I know there's been, since I last drove it, the new BOP and the physics updates and shit, but I do remember the McLaren was always quite tyre hungry anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't quite like that. It was a very rude wake up call. Remember going the first round of track just because it was like I qualified decently well. I did the race, and it's just like we just went backwards because the first tires that just didn't work at all. Like when I later drove again, it was a lot better. The tires actually freaking worked, but like for some reason that first tires it just self-destructed effectively on the car.
I mean, in terms of, I've not driven the McLaren in a race before. I'm more familiar with, like, I've done a bit with the Bentley. Bentley is always good fun.
Besides that it is so terribly BOP that like it stops being at all fun.
I mean, it did me well in TSRC, but again, this is before. I think this is when its balance of performance was okay.
Yeah, it's like it was even a year ago, like not great outside of Zandvoort, and then like 1.9 hit, and it's just like died.
Oh, when did I do TSRC? That must have been February, March of this year.
Okay,
I think I did it.
I don't know. I mean, I ran what was it? Onit sprint with the Bentley end of last year, and that was not a fun experience.
I mean, I was normally like midfield in pro because for some reason they put me as they were. I think was there pro silver and dam, and they put me in pro. So I kind of was always just midfield, not standing a chance because obviously like the top guys are like esports fucking alien level. So I was just sat there in the midfield of pro. Yeah, my own little calendar for November is pretty damn full. Although I can get rid of that now. That week's completely free. And that. There we go. And get rid of that too. Oops. We might as well move back into the general now.
even a little low compared to the rest of it. Yeah, I should probably also end my stream briefly. Let's wrap that up. Right, okay, and I also should probably wash the dishes. I mean, yeah, we're coming up to 17:30 where we said that we will probably come downstairs, do that. So yeah, let's wrap this up. As I said, later today, it's gonna be the final round of what's it called? What is it called? The championship. We're gonna race at yeah, Pan Am Mini Endurance Spa 3 hours later tonight, and then tomorrow it's gonna be the God damn it, brain, please. It's gonna be Track EU GT4 at Watkins Glen, probably right. So yeah, tonight is Spa 3 hours with Pan Am, finishing the championship off, seeing if we can win the last race to make it 5 out of 5, and then it's gonna be the second round of Track EU GT4 on Sunday. It's gonna be interesting how that goes, if I can hold Akito off, how the other the World Things, Alpine, and also Kurto, I think is his name, in the Ginetta will do. That's will be very interesting to see. Right, okay then. Good night, bye bye.